You know, it might actually surprise you that sometimes people say, well, I need to get a profession, and that profession has to give me a paycheck, and that paycheck then has to build my lifestyle. Meanwhile, someone else says, hey, look, I want to go out and I want to go serve the nations and serve everybody and all that kind of stuff, and I know I'm not going to make a lot of money doing it and all that kind of stuff. I actually think and have discovered that you can actually merge the two as long as you're open and honest with yourself. Believe it or not, I actually stumbled into what I'm doing right now. Speaking to you right now, writing books, traveling and speaking, traveling and teaching. I didn't originally start out that way, right? I started out the homeless high school dropout who started a business from the trash piles of a construction site to building a construction company. You think to yourself, what is a construction company got to do with life transformation? And on the surface, you may say, well, nothing. That is until you realize the construction company taught me to do one thing that was very, very instrumental in my life, which was build myself while building a business. And then while I learned to build myself and then build a business, I learned to help build the people in the business, which then gave me unique insights and understandings on what it takes to help every team member win. Well, then we said, okay, well, if we can help our own team win and help their lives become better, how can we actually take the same teachings, the same techniques, and then lead into the world to help the world understand that no matter where they are in the world? What I'm saying is this. Sometimes our greatest focus is not on where we think we're going now. In fact, I see far too many people saying, I don't know where I'm going, so I'm not going to take a step. I'm stuck. The strength is taking the first step. That first step will end up leading you to the next step, and that step leads you to the next step, and that step leads you to the next step. And before long, you'll probably stumble into your passion and your purpose consistently on a regular basis. And after that, then you can figure out how to make it a professional career. So no matter where you're at, if you're working part-time at a Starbucks, or you're an intern, or you're actually at a Fortune 500 company as a CEO, whatever you're at, whatever you're doing, it may not be the end game. It most likely is not the end game. The difference is taking your learning, your understanding, and all the things of the knowledge and wisdom that you are learning and bringing that about and figuring out how you can actually leverage that to make the best difference also while getting paid for it. And that's how you can make a difference while making money. Now, in order to do that, I got a few ideas here I want to share with you real fast that I think can actually help make this a reality for you. So jot these down if you don't mind. The first thing I want you to do is assess your time, your talents, and your resources. And if you've never actually taken the time to actually do an assessment of some kind, now's the perfect time to do it. And if you have done things before, now's a great time to do it again to make sure nothing's changed or to see what has changed. I recommend going to journeyprinciples.com/resources. I'll put the link in the description, and actually downloading an ebook that I wrote called Understanding What Drives You. Inside of that resource is a personality tool assessment to help you understand where your strengths and your talents and your gifts are. Those strengths, talents, and gifts, when aligned properly, will help you understand the profession that ends up building progress, that ends up building finance. That way you make a difference while making money. The next thing that I want to see you do, and spend some time doing this, is I want you to take an honest assessment in your community, in your household, in your workplace, and I want you to find a need and fill it. Yes, find a need and fill it, even if you have to volunteer at first. Some of the most successful people on the planet found their passion by volunteering, and they volunteered and were so successful in the way in which they helped and added value, they eventually got paid for it. And some of them not only got paid for it, created entire industries because of it. You might be surprised at what you can discover about filling a specific need. Maybe it's a product, maybe it's a service, maybe it's a way in which you empower and encourage others. No matter what the item is, as long as you use it to the point of reference that is actually something that comes natural to you and fills a need, you're going to discover different paths to earn an income and help others in the process, which means you get to make money and make a difference. Okay, the next important thing you've got to focus on is this. Expect to build momentum and not finish quickly. Far too many of us see this improperly. We end up hindering our own ways to make money and an impact because we quit way too early, because we don't get an immediate result. Far too many people stay stuck, isolated, and alone simply because they refuse to build momentum over time. Again, I mentioned this earlier at the beginning of the video. Sometimes this thing leads you to this thing, and this thing leads you to that thing, and that thing leads you to that thing, and before long you may be sitting in a chair, talking to an audience, trying to help them understand how to get their own breakthrough in life, business, or any other area. Maybe it's a totally different genre. Maybe you're in professional photography. Maybe you're a painter. Maybe you're an attorney. Maybe you're an entrepreneur. The point is very much this. If you quit too early, you're never actually going to get where you're trying to go. I have seen far too many people try something one time and quit. Try something 2 times and quit. Try something 3 times and quit. The trick is if you're passionate about it and you're good about it, then what you got to do is you have to keep doing the work. That work builds practice. That practice builds improvement. That improvement builds long-term success. That long-term success builds a foundation, and that foundation builds a future. So expect to build momentum and not to finish quickly, and you will get the desired results you're looking for. And do me a favor, take the time right now to like, subscribe, comment, and actually hit that bell to make sure you never miss an important video on how to make your life better. Okay, back to the list. Now this next one's important, and I see a lot of entrepreneurs specifically do this the wrong way. People get excited, they start a business. That business has not created enough revenue yet to sustain them, but yet they totally jump ship. They leave their full-time gig and they jump ship. The next thing you know, their business goes under. They go under because they jump ship too quickly. So here's what I recommend when you're trying to make a difference and make money at the same time. You need to test your side hustle before you go full-time. Let me say that again. You have to test your side hustle before you go full-time. Above all, make sure that you don't jump ship too quickly and cause yourself a lot of extra problems and heartache simply because you have not managed to replace your income with your full-time income. Never, ever jump ship until your side hustle has got the guaranteed income that your current role does, minimum. All right, next up on the list, put the customer's needs before your financial ones. Now, when I say that, a customer is anybody that you are serving. So if you're in a nonprofit organization and you're at a soup kitchen and you're the person serving the soup, then the person sitting in front of you who's receiving the soup is your customer. Now, if you're a CEO of a Fortune 500 company and your customer has digital marketing media, they are the end user of the product that you're using. So put the customer's needs before your financial ones. What I'm saying by that is anytime you put the customer before yourself, before the whole I got to make a buck, I got to make a dollar, inevitably what you build is brand loyalty. Brand loyalty always builds a firmer foundation than simply getting a customer just to get dollars. You have to understand if you're going to make money and a difference at the same time, that customer's needs, that customer's focus has to be equally as important as your financial ones. Now, if you want to if you seriously want to make a difference and make money at the same time, then you always have to seek impact over income. Because if you seek impact over income, one day you'll have both. People like to feel seen, valued, heard, and appreciated. And if you can make customers, clients, and communities around you feel that way on a regular basis, they will have no problem investing in what it is you are trying to build over time. Why? Because they know you're sincere. The reality is people want to do business with people they know, like, and trust. And if you are going to offer that on a regular basis, people will eventually pay a premium for that because they know you have their best interest at heart. So above all, make sure you're always seeking impact over income, and one day you'll have both. Guys, I hope you enjoyed that video and it gave you a little insight into what you need to do to kind of maximize your money and maximize your impact. And if you love that one, do me a favor and check out this one right here. When you do things this way and you put that work ethic to work for you, you will find that your dreams and your aspirations and your outcomes are getting closer day after day after day.